Here's a full hair maxing guide that I personally use to send my hair from absolute straight and silky garbage into majestic waves and having much better hair health, hair texture, everything. So here's the exact hair maxing guide you are going to use to completely ascend your hair, and you better watch to the end because the tips get better as we go. So the first thing we have to do is establish this 3-step pattern. It is cut, style, and maintenance. And once we go down this flow and really understand how to get the perfect hairstyle, everything's going to make sense. So you're going to stop second guessing yourself whether it was a haircut's fault, the product's fault, or your overall idea of how to style it. So right off rip, you have to understand your face shape. You can use TikTok filters, Instagram filters, but there are filters which show you what shape is your face, and it is going to help you pick the perfect haircut. For instance, square faces usually have much better jaws, so I would suggest something shorter like a buzz or a crew cut. And on the contrary, for oval faces like mine, your hair would actually support most hairstyles, whether it be long, short, medium, whatever it may be. Oval faces can accommodate a very diverse set of hair. For diamond faces, you probably have better zygomatic projection, so something like a fringe could help pop that out. And of course, there are don'ts for these hairstyles as well. Square faces, do not get the sides too short because you are going to look like Steve from Minecraft. This applies to diamond faces as well, because if you have super tight sides and the sides aren't growing out, your zygotes are going to be protruding too much and you're going to look absolutely uncanny. For oval faces, you're good. You can accommodate anything, like I said before. I'm trying to cover the basics of everything at once. This is just an introductory video, so if you want me to make a whole video on face shapes and hair types, let me know. I can do that in the next one. So now you pick the right hairstyle for your face shape, but you have to go get it cut. You cut it yourself, go to a salon, or go to a barber. I cut my own hair. However, in most of your situations, it could be a time burden. It is very hard to do, and you are going to keep messing up. So you have to choose between a salon versus a barber. I recommend in every single situation, cancel the barber and say hello to the salon ladies, because there is a big difference. Barbers specialize in clipper work, getting the fades in, anything that has to do with clippers and razors. However, salons are more equipped for longer hairstyles. That's why I've always tried to go to salons, or at least barbers that have experience in scissor work, because scissors are going to save your hair, not the razor. And depending on your haircut, the technique does matter as well. For my hair personally, since it is much longer, I do not want it to look too bulky all the time like right now. And the type of scissor work does depend on your hairstyle. For me personally, since my hair is really long, I always opt to get it layered, because what layers do is that it allows you to have long hair without looking absolutely shabby and bulky, solely due to the fact that it creates texture and uneven cuts in your hair to really create a flow-like look. Side note, with the haircut you get, you should always factor in the flaws you have. If you have big ears, try to keep more hair around the sides, because you are going to cover that flaw. And we all have that buddy with a huge forehead, so he always has the fringe, you know what I mean? So you ought to start accommodating to cover your flaws, because you only should show the parts that look good. So we're officially done with the hair cutting process, and now you got this new haircut, but how do you style it? There are so many products out there, but I'm here to tell you 95% of them are garbage. Your gel is garbage. What I'm about to tell you is going to completely max out your hair, and it is not even close. It is the use of leave-in conditioner. Leave-in conditioner is going to completely save your hairstyle, and it is not even close. What leave-in conditioner does is that it shows your hair's full potential when it's hydrated. What you're going to do is slightly wet your hair, grab a little in your hands, rub it, and rake it through your ends. Once you do that, let it air dry and do not touch it that much, and your hair is going to be amazing. It's going to be wavier, it's going to be luscious, and it shows your hair's full potential. That's what I love to hear. And my favorite part completely is that it does not stick in your hair. It does not leave a cast. It does not make your hair feel sticky or anything. In the cosmetology world, it is known as a pre-styler, meaning that people put products on top of it like pomade and clay. And what that's going to do in most cases, if the products are natural, is it's going to fry your hair. It's going to make your hair sticky, and it is not going to look good. It's not going to look natural. And the main goal of hair maxing is having a natural and amazing look. I'm really against most styling products, but leave-in conditioner is the only thing I've done which I've had successful results with, so I highly recommend you get it. But what the crazy part is, even with all these products, if you're not fixing your hair health and hair texture, you are going to be completely screwed, and the products are not going to matter. And that's why your shampoo and conditioner matter a lot as well. When we're talking about shampoo and conditioner, we can mention this thing called sulfates. What are sulfates and parabens? So essentially, it's these chemicals that they use in laundry detergent, dish soap, and all these other things, and most shampoo conglomerates contain sulfates and parabens. So why are you putting dish soap in your hair? Why are you putting laundry detergent in your hair? I do not know, and I don't know how they're getting away with this, but if I were to tell you one solution, it's to switch to natural hair products. So without sulfates, without parabens, simple ingredients only, and you are going to be sorted. And another drawback with sulfates and parabens is that it does strip all the natural hair oils in your hair. And with someone with straighter hair, this was one of the biggest issues for me, because every time I put shampoo and conditioner with sulfates and parabens, my hair would become pin straight. So once I officially switched to natural products, my hair texture could be seen at its full potential, and that's where I could see the waviness. Think of it like this equation. If you have have straight hair and you want to achieve a wavier look, this is exactly what you're going to want to do. First, you're going to fix the root issue, which is using a natural shampoo and conditioner. Once you do this, your hair texture and natural hair oils are not going to be stripped completely. Then you can amplify the waviness and see your hair's full potential when it's fully hydrated through something like a leave-in conditioner. With this dynamic duo, you are going to achieve the waviest hair out there without even trying to put all these chemicals and all these products in your hair. And on the topic of shampoo and conditioner, we can talk about your shower routine. Believe it or not, water could fuck up your hair. First things first, if you don't have a shower filter, what are you doing? Chances are you live in an area that seems nice, or maybe it's not so nice. I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, your water contains chlorine. And what this chlorine does is that it completely dries out your scalp. And a lot of people that do start balding very young, not only is it genetics, but it is because of brackish water and the shit you're putting in your hair without you even knowing. As we're solving the water problem, another issue is that you are putting water in your hair every day. This is more niche, but a lot of people still put water in their hair every single day. You are not supposed to do this because you are exposing your hair cuticles to too much water. And I'm not going to go into the science of this, but all I'm going to tell you is wash your hair 2 to 3 times a week, maximum. And the same thing goes for your shampoo and conditioner routine. I have wavy to straight hair, so I wash mine 2 to 3 times a week. However, if you have other hair textures, your wash routine could be different, so just search it up online and you are going to be sorted. I still have so much more to talk about in this whole hair maxing journey that we are going to go on, so let me know what you want me to talk about specifically next time and we are going to cover it. But for now, this is an amazing start and we are going to have amazing hair.